should have never been born? Gingers? Who's adopted? Gingers! Who belongs with floating turds in the fucking toilet bowl? Gingers! Gingers are leprechaun, evil Irish little drunks. They should all be killed at once. Kill them and...
One of the easiest ways to prove that the Earth is flat is actually just to analyze international and domestic flight paths. When you analyze these flight paths, like this one probably from LA to Melbourne, Australia, they make absolutely no sense. This is for two reasons. If the Earth is in fact round, the flight path would be cut exactly in 73% if you went up from LA and down up to Melbourne. Of course, this would be the case if the world is circular, as scientists will say. But instead, because the Earth is flat, we do go in that parallel line. My second contention is actually with the altimeters. We can notice altimeter data throughout the flight. The altimeter only directly responds to an actual movement by the pilot. The altimeter itself never changes altitude. The only way this is possible is if the Earth had zero curvature. Let me show you visually. This is what they tell you the world looks like. If a plane is traveling, it would constantly have to adjust its altitude in order to stay flat. Thank you for your time.
Tell me you were born before the year 2000 without actually telling me.
If we wanted to record a film off the TV, we needed to buy a paper copy of the TV guide to find out when it started. We'd also need a VCR or video cassette recorder and a video cassette. Said cassette was a plastic brick-like object with two spindles around which celluloid film would spin. You would stick the cassette into the recorder and program it to start recording whenever the TV guide instructed you. Of course, programs and films never started on time, so you ran the risk of recording the last 3 or 4 minutes of the program before your film started. This meant you could lose the last 3 or 4 minutes of your film and never know how it ended. Woe betide you if you missed the showing of this film, because it wouldn't be repeated for years. And if you recorded it from a commercial station, you would then have to endure the constant ad breaks that you would fast forward through because you hated them. But yeah, go ahead and tell me that Netflix sucks. Hit the plus sign for more common sense content.
If the Earth is flat, then that means we were created by intelligent design and are not just advanced monkeys on a spinning ball going nowhere, but instead, our lives have a purpose and meaning. Humanity knowing its true origins and potential will cause an awakening which will destroy all the other lies we have been told. It isn't about the actual shape of the Earth that is the true matter. It's about the lie. The very fact that the psychopaths running our world would lie about the place beneath our feet shows the importance of knowing about the true shape of the Earth. The globe Earth model opened doors to many Freemasonic deceptions such as Darwinian evolution and alien space invaders. The flat Earth truth is one of the most important truths we can know, and it will bring down the system that has enslaved us and free humanity from the greatest of all deceptions.
I got some interesting facts for you. So, it takes 7 seconds for food to pass from the mouth to the stomach. A human hair can hold 3 kilograms. The length of a penis is 3 times longer than the thumb. The femur is hard as concrete. A woman's heart beats faster than a man's. Women blink 2 times as much as men. We use 300 muscles just to keep our balance when we stand. And a woman has listened to all of this while a man is still looking at his thumb.
Besides Hollywood movies and TV shows, these wide-angle camera lenses are the only reason you'll ever witness curvature. It's the very reason why most people believe they have seen curvature. People send me links to endless amounts of videos shot with GoPros. This skydiving video, for instance. False curve. Here's a video from a balloon that was launched by a high school in South Carolina. Doesn't that seem like a bit much to you? Because at 120,000 plus feet, there is no curvature when you use a normal lens that's not distorted whatsoever. Another go-to video for people looking for curvature is the Felix Baumgartner Red Bull jump from 2012. People really believe that they are seeing a genuine curve here, but it's simply a fisheye lens, otherwise pneumatic.
What is a trope in media that once you saw it, you could not unsee it?
Men can't beat women in a fight. In the Star Wars film The Force Awakens, Kylo Ren, a Sith Lord, fights Rey, a scavenger from Jakku. Now let's be real. She should have been beaten to a pulp. Adam Driver, who plays Kylo Ren, is a former US Marine. Daisy Ridley, who plays Rey, isn't. Despite this, she wins the day. And this trope appears everywhere. Filmmakers fear a feminist backlash, but their stories kind of suffer. The point is not to see women beaten down. It's to see them stand up again. Characters like Rey are supposed to be inspirational, but they inspire no one because perfection is unattainable. Instead of inspiring girls to achieve, just intimidates them with their failings. Hit the plus sign for more common sense content.
They called it Operation Fishbowl, and it was to shoot missiles into space because they thought they had the power to finally break through the firmament. And actually what happens, if you read the rest of the article, these missiles would hit up at a certain altitude, and then light would shine all the way to the other hemisphere. And the reason that was is because they were hitting that glass, and the glass was reflecting it all the way across the sky. It's not some globe Earth where they're just trying. Why would they just shoot a missile in the air to see how high it can blow up? Like, are they just playing with rubber bands? Like, they're doing it for a reason, and they called it Operation Fishbowl for a reason. Dominic is from the late Roman Italic name Dominicus, and it means belonging to God. And then that word chama is a fixed, massive, irregular, inequivalent shell. So they originally called it the shell belonging to God, but then they just termed it.
All you little men who are so happy about your little fat dad bod, you might want to get rid of it.
Newsflash, sir. Women care about more than looks. You've bought into the male equivalent of the Cosmo culture. You think they're obsessed with hair and makeup, and you're obsessed with reps and protein. Nothing wrong with keeping in shape. Nothing wrong with increasing strength and stamina. Somehow I don't think you have either. A stiff breeze might blow you over. Men like you might look good naked, and you might be entertaining for a time. But if she's looking for a long-term deal, she might pass you by. All that time you spent in the gym, you could have spent on a sofa, with a pizza, and a girlfriend. After all, if men spend that much time thinking about themselves, they can't be thinking about their women. Hit the plus sign for more common sense content.